Okay, I think we're live. Maybe. Giving this a shot. We're going to see how this works. We are out here on the California Delta. We're just idling up to the back of one of the sloughs here. And figured we'd try out some live streaming. Now, unfortunately, the setup I have right now, I cannot see the live chat. So I have no idea what any of you are saying right now. Hopefully the quality's decent. This is a test. I'm going to see how it works. We got a couple different camera angles. Like, check this out here. I think we can go boom, just like that. Now you got the front shot of the boat, where we'll be doing most of the fishing from. Yeah, pretty cool. So we're gonna give this setup a shot, see how this works, see if we can't bring some live stream fishing to YouTube. What do you think? We brought, we got 8 rods with us today. Let's see, what do we got here? We got our small crankbait rod. I got a like a miniature Strike King chick magnet on there. We got the large crankbait rod as a G-Rat fighting fish rigged up with the Epic Whip Wad as a trailer. Let's see, we have our Old Faithful. We have our Okashira screwhead up there on deck, but we have a 3-inch Epic Craybait on the back of that right now. Let's see, there's our 4th rod up there. Oh yes, that's our kind of versatility rod. We got a chatterbait on there right now, black and blue chatterbait, jackhammer with a hog farmer spunk shad as a trailer. We brought the medium and large swim bait rods, so we got a whip wad set up on the medium swim bait, whip wad with an underspin. I'm looking up there, we got a Epic Aggro on the larger swim bait rod. Then we got a shaky head. We got a ton of worms we can use, and then we got our Texas rig, which has an Epic Hog tied up right now. So that's the 8 setups that we're rolling with for today. In the marina, we had like 2 to 3 feet of visibility. Eric and I were out yesterday. I mean, shoot, we went to Sycamore Slough, and there must have been 40 boats out there. So I don't know if there was a tournament, but it was heavily pressured. No one was catching anything. So yesterday was a big fat skunk for us. So hopefully today on the live stream I can redeem myself and catch some fish. We've had like 80-degree weather both days. It's beautiful out here. So yeah, see if we can't head up and catch some fish. Like I said, I can't see any of the live chat, but I will go back and review it. So please leave comments in the live chat. Let me know. You know, what do you think? Is this something you enjoy? Do you enjoy watching people fish? Should we leave the channel strictly bait making? I mean, I like to do, I mean, the whole reason we make baits is to fish, right? So I'd like to be able to make the baits and fish with them. But it's beautiful. I mean, as you can see, like, the Delta's amazing. I mean, this is all just awesome landscape out here. I mean, this whole bank is fishable, and that's the beauty, is you just kind of motor up a slough and then let the current drag you back down. It's a tidal system, so tide's always going in and out. We're on a high outgoing tide right now, so that's why we're idling up the slough. We'll let the current drag us back out. Stuff. Hopefully the audio again is okay. If this is garbage, I apologize. I have no way to check the quality until I get home, but hopefully this is broadcasting and it's good. Leave a thumbs up, drop a comment, give me your thoughts, suggestions. trying to bring something to YouTube that hasn't really been done before. You know, at least I haven't seen a lot of people live streaming, so we're trying to push it forward. I want to help push the community forward with fishing content creation here. I appreciate what you know, a lot of the big name people are doing, but I think we can do some new things. So I'm really excited. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on steering the boat and live stream and host all at the same time. So I tell you, it really sucks not being able to see the live chat because you know, I'm used to live streaming. I've done it quite a bit in the past, and the chat is such a huge part of a live stream. So we will get all that worked out in the future. So don't worry about that. But again, we're just throwing this up as a test. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we got, like I said, we got this shot. We got that shot over there. We got a third camera angle set up as well. But you know, we're passing by a bunch of houses at the moment, so I like to give people their privacy. You know, I don't want to blast everybody. Weather out here. Absolutely beautiful weather. I'll tell you what though, I'll tell you all a funny story. Maybe not necessarily funny. Let's see here. But we went out yesterday and we got to that slough, and like I said, like 30 boats out there. Now, I'm not new to bass fishing, but I'm new to owning a boat. I've only had this boat for 1 year. So I'm, you know, still learning the etiquette in terms of, you know, fishing boats and all that. And what I discovered yesterday is that, yeah, there's no such thing as etiquette. And I see now why fishermen give boaters a bad name. I mean, we were out there, I mean, just, I don't know if there was a tournament going on, and I get it, people are fishing for money, but my goodness, cutting us off, zipping through, rolling 70 miles an hour through a tight slough with boats on the other side, like no holds barred. So it was the first time we hit like a crowded spot. It was definitely a wake-up call, and definitely gonna have to be on my game. Like I said, new boater, so I'm still nervous with a lot of stuff, and I have an old boat too, you know, and so we're in crowded waters sometimes, which is why sometimes I just like to go up the back of these local sloughs and just be by myself. I don't need to worry about, you know, 100 boats out there. So it's just something I found interesting, you know. I think if we all took those extra steps to be a little more polite and etiquette, then you know, I think it'd make for a better community. But then again, people are fishing for money, that's their living, so I understand that too. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. I just thought that was interesting, that's all. Like I said, this is just my new guy's perspective. Some of the old timers are probably cringing at that, or you know, maybe they got their own thoughts. But hey, I'm just here to give my insight as someone who's relatively new to the hobby and just kind of diving right in. All right, so now look, I can show you these other angles now. So we got this angle off the right side of the boat, and check this out. We got this off the left side of the boat. Pretty awesome. just doing a fast idle because I don't have anything, you know, strapped down. I just figured we're gonna idle up the slew a little bit, do a little test stream here on a Sunday, see how this works out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over here and we're going to be going against current. I'm going to see how rough it is. See if we can't try and cruise up the right side of the slew a little bit. We've got a lot of nice reeds and stuff here, so I definitely want to start with some moving baits. We'll throw the crankbait a little bit, see if we can't get bit. We'll try and work our way up. If we can't work our way up, then you know we can always just idle back up again the other side here. So, all right, let's give this a shot. Let's get the phone all plugged in here. All right, we got power. We don't want to lose power on the live stream. That would be bad. We got full cell signal. Hopefully this is going good. Alright. Let's get the camera switched over here for you. I know I'm horrible. I don't undo all of my rods. Alright, so here's what we're going to do actually. We're going to change the audio settings here so we get the right facing camera. Check that out. All right. as you can see, the water's pretty chocolatey milk. I mean, out here, maybe a foot of visibility, maybe. Casting into the wind right now, so a little rough. But right up along here, this is all real shallow, so I'm hoping some of these fish coming down the river are coming up. Got some nice shallow flats right here. It's high tide, so hopefully they're coming up to feed. Water's pretty cold though, still in the high 50s, because this is pretty much a branch off of the Sacramento River. So you got all that water coming down from Folsom. It's incredibly cold, all that runoff. Still good, everything looks good. We're still live back there. Again, I can't see chat, I apologize for that. We'll get that worked out. How's the quality? Hopefully you can hear me okay. You can hear everything just fine. So again, we're throwing the right now we're throwing the chick magnet. It's the kind of the mini chick magnet, the little 1/4 ounce version. This is kind of a heavy duty BFS setup, I guess you could say. It's a X Pride B 7.2 medium light with the Corrado BFS reel. I love this setup for just little tiny micro crankbaits. It's awesome. Now normally, I don't want to give too many secrets away of the Delta, but prime time summer, like when we were coming out last year, now it's all completely different because the Delta's been completely blown out from all the storms, but we come into areas like this, and like you'd catch a little smallmouth every other bite. They wouldn't necessarily be big fish, but there were fish here. But the slew's been pretty dead this year. Not gonna lie. I think we've caught, I don't know, 4 fish total out of the slew this year, this particular slew. Oh yeah, the slew feels like it's moving pretty good. That's for sure. I'm trying to stay close to the bank here so that way the current's a little slower. I think they'd be posted all right up along this cover. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna switch it up already. Yep. We're gonna switch it up already. Don't be afraid to change it up, folks. Don't ever be afraid to change it up. I'm gonna switch to more of a crawl pattern here. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye out because again, the current, everything, that's the thing with the Delta. I don't have spot lock or anything like that. It's an older boat, so I got to keep an eye on where it's at all times because you're pretty much always moving out here on the Delta unless you're in backwaters where you got, you know, slack water. It's always moving. That was simply a Palomar knot for those who are curious in the chat. Oh, come on. All right. There we go. Jumping over to a 13 fishing gordito. Square bill, little medium diver square bill, but the flat side isn't working, so I'm going to see if maybe we can't get a square bill bite. And I don't know how this wrapped around so many times. You know, that still baffles me, how line tangles happen. You're like, how did that even like get to that? I didn't like, I just set the line down like 2 minutes. All right. Now that we've floated out of position, let's get back into position. So here, let me get this again for you here. You can see this is that 13 fishing gordito in the spring craw color. A little blue right there, orange belly, blue on the back. Or sorry, blue at the tail, orange belly, blue tail, and a red back. So see, it'd be cool if I had the chat, because then we could cover the different setups, and then when, like, you know, we can get eventually we can get the chat to like vote, you know, on which setup to use or when to switch. I think there's a lot of cool like live challenges we could do just to like have fun with the fishing, you know. But this gives you an idea of what it looks like out here on the California Delta. It's just miles and miles and miles of rivers and sloughs and farmland. It's huge, massive fishery. So many different species of fish. All of which don't seem to be biting today. is set up a camera off the side of the boat, like an action cam. So when I'm trolling, I can drag the bait through the water. Y'all can see the action. Although, like I said, it's pretty murky. You only got a foot and a half visibility right now, if that. No bites on the square bill. I'm trying to, throw it upstream and pull it down to really mimic, a bait fish that's kind of swimming downstream, hoping that one of these bass is going to jump out from this cover and ambush it. But it does not seem to be the case. No nibbles, no short strikes, nothing. Feels like that's how it's been out here the last several months, that the duck just hasn't turned on yet. The bite just has not turned on. We had a long winter, it's a late spring, but we got hot weather all this week. So I think hopefully a couple days of warm weather, the water will start to pick up temperature. Now out in the other sloughs we were at, the water was up 64 degrees, almost 65. So that's a good sign that at least the outside portions of the delta are starting to heat up. But I think we're going to get this cold run off deep into the summer. There we go. Still live over there? Alright, we're still doing good. Tell me no one's home back there? No one's home? No one wants a little crawdad for lunch? Come on now. You know you want a crawdad for lunch. Tree almost ate my lure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The reeds almost ate my lure. You know what that means? There's definitely a fish hiding back there. Cover tried to eat my lure twice. I'm going back in. Nothing? All right, we're gonna scoot over to the other side of the slough here. I'm gonna switch up rods here. I want to go with the whip wad. It's got that underspin on it. The epic whip wad we're throwing. This is in the dirty back shad colorway, little underspin on it there. So we'll see how this does. How's it going? Same here, I just started, nothing yet. Really? Yeah. It's moving so fast, you know?
It's moving.
Yeah.
Screaming.
And it's cold. I mean, we were in Sycamore yesterday, it was like 65-degree water. And it's still in the 50s here.
Yeah, it's 56 degrees here, so my scout tells me.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you earlier. If it were like 60, I'd be stoked.
Yeah. Looks like they're not having much luck either. And they're not even scoping fish. So that you know, that concerns me. This is always a nice weird flat. You can see the currents, even though it's all coming down the slough, the current right here is in upstream because of the tide. So this is a very weird kind of whirlpool area here with currents. Sometimes the fish like to stack up here. The only reason I can get up over here right now is because it's high tide. If it wasn't high tide, this is all, you know, usually exposed. But right now we're in about 2-3 feet of water, so I can kind of scuttle over here. It's pretty nice. Come on. Scared the hell out of me. Damn near took the rod out of my hand. Oh, come on. Come on. I know you want more. That's a good sign. I'm telling you, they got to be feeding here eventually. Fish got to eat at some point. Well, it felt good to get a bite at least. My goodness. See where I was trying to go for, don't you? Back in there. I'm not good enough to skip yet, though. Ah, come on, get better with your pitching. Failed that one too. Third time's a charm, I guess, but now I'm outside the strike zone. So how's everyone doing in chat? You all enjoying yourselves? Anyone even watching at this point? I can't read the chat. I'll come back and check on it later. See, now you can see we get to this straightaway here and it really picks up speed. All these coves here, these flats, you know, they figured the fish should be moving up, starting to bed, but I think the current's just too fast. Not that they would bed in fast current, but I don't know. The whole slough seems empty this year. It was popping last year. That just goes to show you these fisheries, these lakes, they change every season. Just because you have a spot one year doesn't mean you're going to be able to go back the next year and produce. So I think what we're going to do is we'll probably motor back up the slough and we'll hit it again with a Texas rig. Baits don't seem to be doing it. We did get the one bite that was a definite bite on the whip wad. And to be honest, the strength of it, it almost felt like it was a striper. Unless it was a really big bass, which I doubt it. It's most likely a striper, the strength at which it hit. Which, I mean, I wouldn't complain. I'll take a striper at this point. definitely think that's all she wrote for that. All right, let's get you switched over to that view. You can enjoy the view while we motor up the slough. All right. Did you all enjoy the ride? I'm standing right in front of the camera. Apologies for that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm basically going to be throwing some brush hogs. We got black and green. I do have black and blue, but I want to start with, let's try out the black and green. I get the black and blue out as well. Got both of them out. All right. start with the black and blue. We're calling it audible. And we are going to start with the black and blue. Black and blue brush hog. Get my brush off rigged up. We are all good to go. Alright, that looks good in the water. Glad we went with the black and blue. moving so fast. Can't even dead stick it. It just feels like it's constantly moving all the time. No luck with the brush hog either. Police sirens on the Delta. That's always good to hear. Now this is about the speed that the slew normally goes. So you can see at this nice calm speed here, you know, we could fish all day. But the flow is so high right now, and in certain patches, like you can see, I can already see we're starting to speed up again. Oh, no. It's just been some brush. I got excited there for a second. See, the current's just hard to fish with right now in the side current. I mean, you can see it's just pushing the whole back end of the boat out. Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a skunk 2 days in a row. Because I don't have a whole lot of more time to fish, and I want to wrap up this little test of a live stream here. Not feeling very confident on the fishing today. I just don't think the slew is holding very many fish right now. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to call it right there. I mean, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and joining. And yeah, shoot. Let me know what you think. You know, leave a comment down below if you're catching this after the fact. Let me know in the chat. It's just a test of a live stream. So yeah, have a good one. Until next time, y'all know who it is. Your friend on this end, Michael. Slow cruising these Delta sloughs. I'll get back with you.